What's up, family? Hey, I want to have a real talk time with you guys today. Real talk time. In the late 90s, I picked up this book right here, A New Pair of Glasses. A New Pair of Glasses. Man, great book. It's a great book. Um, I hear so much, man. What is it, Elijah, that makes you so positive? Man, it's always, you always see the bright side. You always see the beauty in everything, and it's always good. It's all good. No matter what's going on, you're always positive. What in the world happened? How can you be like that? I read that book. You know what I mean? I read that book, and that book got my wheels spinning. Up until that point, I didn't realize how toxic I was. Again, this is late 90s. I was in my late 20s. I didn't realize how toxic I was. And it wasn't that I was toxic because I intentionally wanted to be toxic. I was toxic because of the environment I grew up in. I was toxic because of all the hell that I went through and all the crap that was inflicted on me. And I didn't know any better. You know, I thought everything, I thought the whole world was bad. I thought it was all bad. And that, if I didn't have bad luck, I didn't have any luck. That was just my mentality. That was my mind frame. And so, and it's like everything that I touch, man, I contaminate it. You know what I mean? Instead of having the Midas touch, everything I touch turned to rust. It's just crazy, man, how negative I was. You know, um, and reading that book, A New Pair of Glasses, man, it completely changed how I began to see the world. It completely changed how I began to see my circumstances. It completely changed how I began to see all the things that I went through as a kid and as a young man. It's like instead of having that victim mentality, instead of having that mentality of me against the world, instead of having that mentality of, man, F this place and it's all bad and I'm going to hell and I got a first class ticket and whoop de whoop de whoop and I didn't care. You know what I mean? It was crazy. It was crazy. And instead of having that mentality, that mind frame, I began to see that life was so much more beautiful. I began to see the beauty in everything that I went through. I began to see how all the crazy stuff that I went through, all the stuff that was inflicted upon me, all the crap that I endured, how those things that I once saw as a negative, all those crazy things that I once saw as bad and woe is me and man, it ain't fair and whoop de whoop de whoop. Man, I begin to see the beauty in all of it. I begin to see that, man, you know what? Because I endured all of that, look at the love and the passion that I have. Because I endured all of that, look at the wisdom that I have now. Look at the insight that I have now. Because I went through all this crazy stuff, because I endured all this psychotic stuff, man, look at how intent I am in helping other people. Look at how passionate I am at trying to help other people. Why? Because I've been there. I understand their pain, their suffering. And so now it's all about, man, how can I help people? And I wouldn't have had that passion. I wouldn't have had that burning desire. I wouldn't have had that zest. I wouldn't have had that insight had I not been there. A new pair of glasses. The interesting thing is, so many interesting things. One of the interesting things is that all the stuff that we saw as something bad, as something destructive, something as a setback, as a hurdle, as a hindrance, as a failure in my life, I completely see it completely different now. I see it as a setup. And what I mean is a setup. Man, all that stuff that I went through, all it did was set me up to succeed. It set me up to be blessed. It set me up to be able to help so many people. So no matter what anybody did to me in the past, it was all a setup. It was a setup for me to learn something. It was a setup for me to get some more wisdom, some more insight. It was a setup to help me become more patient, more humble, more passionate. Everything I went through was a setup. It's crazy because back then, I saw myself as being cursed. A new pair of glasses completely changed that to where I see myself as being completely blessed. I see my life as being blessed. I see my life as being anointed. What I mean anointed? Favored. I'm highly favored. And it's crazy because how can I say I'm favored having gone through all the hell that I went through? I'm favored because I was chosen to go through that hell. I'm favored, I'm blessed because I was chosen, I was selected to go through the hell that I went through. Why? So that I could impact the lives of others. So that I could be a blessing and a help in the lives of so many others. And so while other people look back and they're like hating on me and they're mad and whoop-de-whoop, just stupid stuff. Okay. I'm not mad at them. I'm not tripping with them. It is what it is. You know, I don't get mad because people lie on me anymore. I don't get mad because people walk out of my life. I don't get mad because people betray my trust. I don't get mad because of any of the stuff that I go through. I sit back and I look at it and it's like, okay, what is this supposed to teach me? What am I supposed to get from this situation? How is this situation going to bless me? How is this situation going to help me? Because I know that it's going to. Because it's all good. It's all good. Everything. And I said this in a lot of my videos. Everything always works out for my good. And so because I understand that, because I believe that, there's no reason for me to trip. There's no reason for me to get mad. There's no reason for me to stress out. Because it's all good. It's all good. And when I don't see it as good, it's because I'm not cognizant of the fact that, hey, you know what? It's all good. It's going to work out for you. It's going to work out for you. And so we naturally look at our circumstances sometimes and we're like, oh, I don't know how this is going to work. This is a tough one. You know what I mean? And when we get caught up into our reality, when we get caught up into our circumstances, then it's easy to go negative. It's easy to get frustrated sometimes. It's easy to get stressed out sometimes. But I have to sit back and remind myself, man, I've been through so much worse. Man, if you only knew, this ain't nothing. You know what I mean? This ain't nothing. And so I could sit back and I could cross my leg and just drink my tea and just relax, knowing that, hey, you know what? I don't have to politic. I ain't got to manipulate. I ain't got to lie. I ain't got to cheat. I ain't got to do nothing. Just sit back and relax. Why? Because I trust the process. I'm not new at this. I trust the process. I've been in this for a minute. And so I could trust the process. Because I know that the process is, hey, this is making me better. And this is going to work out for my good. For my best interest. Why? Not so I could get arrogant. Not so I could be like popping my collar and acting like I'm all that. But it's always going to work out for my best interest. Why? So that I could turn around and take what I've learned, take what I've gained, and be a blessing and a help and a guiding light to others. So that I can help others. That's what it's all about. My hope and prayer is that you change your perspective by getting a new pair of glasses and seeing life in a more positive perspective. Because whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not, it's all good. It's all good. I love you. Peace.